introduce to you Ms. Tracey Jones. After graduating from the United States Air Force Academy, Tracey spent 12 years living all over the world and participating in various global deployments. A decorated veteran of the First Gulf War and the Bosnian Wars, Tracey successfully used her military-owned leadership skills to land increasingly important roles and responsibilities, such as project manager in a Fortune 100 semiconductor company working in secure environment and on cutting-edge technologies with several defense contractors. Tracey believes you'll be the same person you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read. Wow. She is a mother of 6 rescue pets and a co-author, I like that, co-author of 5 books, all of which she published with her canine kids. She has spoken to numerous elementary schools as part of her 4-legged leadership programs, which teach young people self-esteem and leadership principles from a dog's perspective. Her latest book, The 7 Laws of Leadership and 7 Functions of Fellowship, will be available in December of this year. I'm going to see if I can talk her into an advance copy because I can't wait. Tracey is currently enrolled in a doctoral program for leadership through Lancaster Bible College. Tracey's company, and I know many of you may have read this in the program today, but to note, her company has donated over $1.3 million to local homeless shelters, mission groups, disaster recovery organizations, and scholarships to local colleges. That's right. Thank you. Her latest project is the Kosovo Leadership Academy, which provides education and character building for the orphans of the Kosovo War. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium Ms. Tracey Jones.
So much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. How's everybody doing? Great. Tremendous, right? How's everybody doing? Tremendous. I love it. Well, thank you so much again for being here and for this recognition and honor. Again, thanks to our sponsors, for our distinguished guests, family and friends, of course, and my mama. And it's just an honorship to be here. And Beth, thank you for when you contacted me. Leadership is something that has always fascinated me since I was a little girl. And my father would go on speaking engagements, and he'd bring me along with him. And I was just little, knee-high. And at the end of each speaking engagement, he'd call me up on stage, and he'd scoop me up in his arms, and he'd say, "Tracey, how are you doing?" And I'd say, "Tremendous." And then he'd say, "Well, how are things going?" And I'd say, "I hope things don't get any better." And he'd say, "Well, why?" And I'd say, "Because I'm so tired of being happy, it's wearing me out." And everybody would sit there and laugh. And so it was just such a joy. I can remember as a little girl when people would ask me what did I want to be when I grew up. I'd say I wanted to be a leader. It didn't really matter what I was going to do. I just wanted to be really, really good at it. And so I had the opportunity and the blessing of growing up and traveling with him and sitting under the leadership and watching men like Zig Ziglar and Norman Vincent Peale and Og Mandino and Truett Cathy and all these wonderful people, and just watching and observing how they impacted others' lives. But now that I'm grown up and I've kind of been working on honing my own leadership chops, I want to share with you 3 key components of the great time that we have together that I think are absolutely necessary for any aspiring or developing leader. And those 3 things are learning, serving, and connecting. So first of all, leadership, as we all know, is really about learning. For the leader, school is always in session. Today, with the shifts in globalization and free flow of information, everything is changing at the speed of light. Experts say that 45% of preschoolers alive today will enter the workforce in industries that have not even been invented yet. That's how fast things are changing. So don't skim on your personal development plans. It's imperative as leaders that we are constantly feeding our minds, because so much of what is happening in our postmodern, technological, and culturally combined world throws all our previous roadmaps and approved strategy completely out the window. So in the past 8 years of running Tremendous Life Books, it was executive books, and then it was Tremendous Life Books, and now it's Tremendous Leadership. to change up my strategic plans to a future from one that is fixed to one that's completely mutable. And we talk about what we're going to be doing in our strategic plans 3, 5, 10 years from now, when every day the horizon that we're looking at is constantly changing. So as leaders, we need to be adaptive to a completely new set of strategies if we're going to continue not just to survive, but also to thrive. William Penn said, "No man is fit to command another who cannot command himself." So we better be working on our leadership skills and getting them in order. My father said that you're going to be the same person you are today 5 years from now, except for 2 things: the people you meet and the books you read. So as you heard, many of you know that I am enrolled in a doctoral program in leadership, so I'm reading even more books than I was previously. And there's some things that I have been surprised to learn, even after 30 years in 5 different industries, that I've learned in the past 18 months. The first thing I've learned is that working groups are not the same thing as collaborative teams. They're not. Big surprise. I've also learned that managing change is not the same thing as leading change. I've learned that residual momentum is not the same thing as creative momentum. I've learned that there's a world of difference between strategic plans and having a unique vision. I've learned that culture is the last thing you change and not the first. That was a big surprise to me. I've also learned that talent cannot overcome dysfunction. And I've learned that if you smell smoke, you better go put out that fire now or you're going to get burned bad. Some folks have asked me when I'm going back to school if I think somehow this is going to improve my status or my pay or something like that. And I'm always kind of surprised at that. I'm going back to school because there's so much more to learn. And that mental plasticity is a critical part of aging well, and retraining your brain at any age is a neurological reality. We really can perform brain surgery on ourselves. When I was in the military working on fighter jets, we laughed about the line in the movie Top Gun, where Maverick said to Goose, "I feel the need for speed." Today I say, I have the yearn to learn, and I hope you do too. So W. Edwards Deming said it best: learning isn't compulsory, neither is survival. So the second thing that leadership is about after learning is it's all about serving. And the world wants us to think that leadership is about achieving success measured by metrics such as how fast we're growing, what companies we're acquiring, what facilities we're building, the number of books we're selling, or what our net profits are. But true leadership is all about serving. It's about the difference you make in someone's life, even if it's just one, and even if it's your own. So I want to share with you quickly 3 areas that I'm incredibly blessed to serve in, and they all revolve around the transformative powers of books. The first, as you heard, is four-legged leadership, which is youth programs where I take my best-smelling pauthers, i.e. my rescue dogs, to elementary and preschool audiences to share life lessons on obedience, self-esteem, financial literacy, how to lead your pack, and even how to get a second leash on life. It's the closest thing to being a rock star I'm ever going to be. And when I walk down those school halls with my dogs, Roscoe and Boxcar Indy with their ties on, it's pure pandemonium. I don't know who's more excited, the kids, the dogs, or me. I mean, these kids have told me even my dogs are cuter and more